This is the Washington Times front page for Thursday, June 29th, 2023. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Ukraine's highly touted counteroffensive to regain territory seized by Russia showed little progress in its initial days, but that was before the near coup by Wagner Group mercenaries. National Security Team leader Guy Taylor reports military analysts generally agree that the recent upheaval presents an opportunity for Ukraine, if only to seize on the Russian military's shaky morale and willingness to fight. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky suggested Monday his country is eager to seize on the chaos within the Russian establishment, although he provided no details. Ukrainian security officials exuded confidence, but remained guarded about making proclamations about the fate of the counteroffensive. California Governor Gavin Newsom faces challenges at home, but he won't let that stop him from mounting a quasi-presidential campaign that has piqued the interest of Democrats looking for a Plan B. The governor has defended President Biden and his policies while waving off suggestions he's considering a 2024 presidential run, but Seth McLaughlin reports political analysts don't buy it. Newsom started raising his national profile during his campaign last year for governor. A television ad in Florida accused Governor Ron DeSantis and other Republican leaders of banning books, making it harder to vote, and adopting abortion bans. Heavy spending on electric vehicles is forcing American automakers to slash thousands of jobs. Ramsey Touchberry reports Ford announced roughly 1,000 North American white-collar layoffs this week after billions of dollars in losses from its electric vehicle venture. Ford forecasts that its EV business will not be profitable until late 2026 and will be in the red by $3 billion this year. That's similar to its losses from EVs over the past 2 years. General Motors and Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep parent company Stellantis have offered sizable employee buyouts. EV startup Lordstown Motors filed for bankruptcy protection this week, and Germany's Volkswagen also announced a reduction in EV production. Automakers are facing economic challenges from electrifying their fleets as the Biden administration pushes to accelerate the EV transition. As part of President Biden's climate change agenda, proposed EPA emissions rules would force the majority of new vehicles sold to be electric by 2032. A spending watchdog says more than $16 billion was dedicated last year by Congress to earmarked spending, the pork barrel projects that lawmakers slip into bills for their home districts and states. Stephen Dinan reports OpenTheBooks.com found former Missouri Republican Senator Roy Blunt helped direct $61 million to a University of Missouri building that the school had named for him. Another $30 million went to Missouri State University for a building that also bore his name. His colleagues in the Senate also funneled money to home state colleges. $50 million from Alabama Republican Senator Richard Shelby to the University of Alabama, and $30 million from Vermont Democratic Senator Patrick Leahy to the University of Vermont. After a decade-long hiatus, Democrats revived the practice of earmarks in 2021. Even when Republicans regained the House this year, they agreed to continue earmarking, with some new limits. And finally, legal analysts say the hundreds of school districts suing technology companies over social media's negative impact on youth mental health will likely have their litigation dismissed. Although they have good intentions, Alex Sawyer reports analysts say the school districts will have trouble proving that tech platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat have caused depression and anxiety among students. France Law Group is spearheading the lawsuit on behalf of several school districts across the country. He anticipates that more than 1,000 school districts in at least 35 states will be involved in the litigation within the next month. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.